Babbel's lessons are fun. They only take like 10 or 15 minutes, and in 3 weeks, presto, you're starting to speak another language, like magic.
I love that Babbel's lessons aren't just robots talking. They're voiced by native speakers, so you get the pronunciation just right.
If you want to learn a language, there's no faster, easier, better way than
Babbel.
Babbel.
Babbel. Go to babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com. Babbel.com.
Cool 95.7.
They're the only team outside of Gallup in this tournament that is not from Albuquerque or Santa Fe. So the Southeast New Mexico squad, the number one team in the Max Preps poll, is taking on Sandia for the championship today. We got it for you. Exclusive coverage, HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and, of course, on the radio at Cool 95.7. Due to APS litigation, they are not allowing any streaming of video of these games the whole season, not just this APS Metro tournament. So we apologize for that. We have no way to get around that. It's kind of a crazy system. Maybe we need to fight that in the legislature somewhere, but definitely we'd like to have video for you today, but we cannot do that. Neither can anybody else around the state. So I'm with Ron Gunner here today. We just got done with the Hobbs boys getting the final win of the APS Metro tournament on the boys side brackets, defeating Santa Fe Demons. So that's a good win for them to go 2-2 and took 11th place at the tournament. Ron, today, big game for the Lady Eagles, currently ranked number one in the state Max Preps poll. Sandia comes in at number 4. Of course, the Hobbs Lady Eagles 13-2 on the season. Sandia at 11-1. So some very tough teams. They've gone through some very big opponents so far to get here. But this is a 16-team field, so a lot of good teams to play here.
Exactly. It's amazing how the girls have made it look so easy, but this game, I assure you, will not be easy. It's for the championship. They had the championship in the Hobbs holiday tournament as well. Didn't perform quite as they thought they would. United came out dropping some threes, so I'm sure they're going to be looking for that. If this team is going to be, if Sandia is wanting to be successful, they're going to see if they can drop the threes. Of course, Hobbs is already ready for that. They're going to try to defend that as well as the lane. But you know what? In any case, we're looking forward to a great team, two teams that are doing well, and this should be a great game to watch.
Of course, the Lady Eagles have played 3 games up to this point, and they at the top of their bracket, they start off with Rio Rancho, 64-37, the final in that one. Lady Eagles also took apart La Cueva, 53-31, and last night, 59-20, Mercy Roll win there, a 39-point victory over West Mesa. Now, in that game, Hobbs up 14-0 in the first quarter. 5 players getting on the scorebook that quickly in that game and went on to win by that 39-point margin. They were up by 28 at half, up by 37 at the end of the third quarter, so much into the Mercy Roll as the second half transpired. Eagles getting 7 3-pointers in that ball game. Lots of people getting involved in the action. Lots of defensive pressure on the perimeter. Lots of deflected passes and going on to a transition game after the steals against West Mesa's point guards. Kendall Cunningham finished with 13 to lead the Lady Eagles in that game, and just completely took advantage of West Mesa only throughout that whole contest. West Mesa only had one player with 10 points for double digits in that game. Everybody else was singles. And again, they've only scored 20 points in the contest, so not much going on. That's a semifinal game, Ron. And Hobbs Lady Eagles doing some damage in that one. Definitely you have to give them a lot of credit with their other victories, too. They defeated Cibola, doubled up on them to start the tournament, 76-38. Thumped on La Cueva. Of course, La Cueva is ranked number 8 in the state right now in the Max Preps Bowl. It took them apart as well, 53-31. So you got to give a lot of credit to Coach Carpenter, especially with the loss of Wisdom Anthony and lots of other sophomores stepping up. 3 on the starting lineup for sophomores for the Lady Eagles.
Yeah, sadly he's had to experience the fact that he's lost Wisdom Anthony. Happened last year. Thought this year would be different. Would be able to get some major points out of her, as well as build her up as far as being a great player. She is a great player, but unfortunately, gets hard again against Lubbock, and hasn't come back. Probably won't, but always hoping to get her back. In the meantime, all these other young kids are stepping up, being able to do what she has done in the past. And Coach Carpenter is always good about rotating his lineup, and also getting those young talents some extra minutes to be able to get that experience to further his career later on in the years.
Hobbs has had a lot of double-digit scoring throughout the tournament against Rio Rancho. Brett Clay, 16 points, 5 of 7 from the free throw line, hit a 3-pointer. Brent Hargrove had 15 against Rio Rancho and 3 3-pointers. Kendall Cunningham, 10 points. Kayla David ended up with 10 points as well. 5 trays for the Lady Eagles in that game. So definitely a good way to start the tournament. Against La Cueva, Jayla David, 14 points. He was perfect on the line, 2 for 2. Eagles were 77% on the charity stripe in that game. Nakaya Mojica had 2 3-pointers for 8 points. Brent Hargrove, 8 points, 2 for 2 free throw shooting. The list goes on and on. So 3 trays in that game with a 22-point win against La Cueva. We also mentioned West Mesa, too. Cunningham's 13. Nobody else in double digits, but a lot of girls getting close. Mojica had 2 trays, 8 points. Hargrove, 7 with 1 3. David had 7 points, 1 for 1 on the line. Munoz coming off the bench, one of the youngsters on the squad. She had a tray for 7, and Clay finished with 5 points and 1 3-pointer. Hobbs has had 2 players averaging in double figures here at the APS Metro Tournament. David averaging 10.3 a game with 31 points so far. And Hargrove with 30 points. She's averaging 10 a game and has converted on 4 trays in the tournament. Kendall Cunningham with 29 points in 3 contests. She's averaging 9.6. Brett Clay has 25 points in 3 games, averaging 8.3 a contest with 2 trays. And Mojica with 21 points, averaging 7 a contest and 5 3-pointers. A lot of teams would just like to have 1 or 2 of those girls in the scoring column for them. Hey, we got a whole ton of them, and 3 of them are sophomores.
And this is the reason why Hobbs is ranked number 1, because they have the scores, they have the talent, and, of course, the coach knows exactly how to play them and when to play them as well. Yeah, of course, a lot of other teams would like to have this talent, and maybe, with some hard work they can do that. But in the meantime, they're going to face this Hobbs team, and it's going to be an uphill battle for them.
In terms of free throw shooting, Hobbs has shot 25 of 34 here in Albuquerque for 73%, 14 of 21 in Game 1. Not a lot of opportunities in the second game, 7 of 9, and then 4 of 4 in that win against West Mesa in that victory last night, 59-20. On the other side of the coin, the number 4 team in the state, Sandia. They started off the tournament knocking off number 3 Volcano Vista 52-50. They were up 25-20 in the half. They were outscored 20-12 in the fourth quarter. That game did go to overtime, and Sandia outscored Volcano Vista 4-2 in OT. Of course, Volcano Vista team the Lady Eagles are very familiar with in state championship games in years past. Now, some of the sophomore starters for this Sandia team are deadly. Sydney Benali, 23 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double against Volcano Vista. She is definitely a girl the Hobbs is going to have to watch out for. Audrey Wright, 15 points, 9 rebounds against Volcano Vista. They had 4 3-pointers in the game, so they can't shoot from the outside, but they didn't have a real good percentage in that contest. They were 4 of 17 from outside, but were perfect at the line, 4 for 4. Volcano Vista, one of the toughest teams in the state, were out of the winner's bracket in the first game, so that tells you how tough this Sandia team is. Sandia defeated Gallup last night, one of the 4A squads, 74-49. Sandia, 8 trays in the contest, definitely deadly from the outside, but their defense gave up 8 3-pointers. The Hobbs Lady Eagles definitely can hit trays, so that I think Sandia's got to watch out for them. Hobbs has converted 14 trays in this 3 games so far.
Yeah, they are deadly on the threes, and I'm loving that too. We're all loving it, of course, when they rain down the 3.
And in that contest against Gallup, Hope Giddings, a sophomore, 21 points. Audrey Wright added 20 points, and Sydney Benali, the girl we just mentioned against Volcano Vista, finished up with 16. So we're talking 57 of the 74 points coming from those 3 sophomores in that win over Gallup. They're getting ready for the national anthem here at Albuquerque High as your Hobbs Lady Eagles, number 1 in the state, taking on number 4 Sandia, the APS Metro Tournament Championship, coming up after the national anthem. Live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube. Exclusive coverage from No Mark Broadcasting.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast, 97 cents a pound. Family pack boneless sirloin cut pork chops, $1.77 a pound. Farm-raised tilapia fillets, $3.99 a pound. Golden pineapple, $1.99 each. Super select cucumbers, 3 for $1. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents each.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Back at the station, number 1 Hobbs taking on number 4 Sandia. Both teams top ranked in the big poll there on Max Preps. First time these two teams have met this season. Hobbs coming in at 13-2 and Sandia at 11-1. Sandia knocked off Gallup last night. They're the number 2 team in the 4A against 74-49 in that one. Also beat number 6 Valley this season at 4A, one of the top-ranked teams in the 4A, 66-28 and 76-38. Other than that, Sandia's knocked off Albuquerque High, the 5th ranked team in the Max Preps poll, and also defeated Volcano Vista, the number 3 seed. Of course, that team was in the first round of the APS Metro tournament here in Albuquerque. So they got a pretty good resume, but of course the Hobbs Lady Eagles have the best strength of schedule in the state of New Mexico. That's why they're number 1 at 16.1, depending on who they played. And they played a bunch of good teams so far this season. Hobbs has knocked off number 8 La Cueva, number 9 Oregon Mountain, and number 10 West Mesa. A couple of those teams here at the APS Metro tournament. And Sandia's strength of schedule is only 6.9, about 10 points lower than the Hobbs Eagles. So that's why they're at the top of the Max Preps Bowl. I should expect an exciting game here today. Of course, both teams can shoot 3-pointers from the outside, but Hobbs has got a pretty tenacious defense on the perimeter, so hopefully they can contest some of those shooters and try to pass it around a little bit more than they're used to for Sandia. Take a look at the starting lineups. A lot of sophomores in the mix for both teams. Sandia Matadors, Hope Gettings, Audrey Wright, Martina Santo, Sydney Benali, and Chloe Brown. And they've only got 9 players on their roster, so 4 subs on the bench for Sandia. The Hobbs Lady Eagles are led by Brett Clay, Nakaya Mojica, Bryn Hargrove, Kendall Cunningham, and Jayla David. So that's the 2 lineups for you. The Hobbs Lady Eagles going to wear their black uniforms with gold numbers, and Sandia's going to wear white home uniforms, or I guess you could say home for Albuquerque, and red numbers. Pretty exciting to have 2 teams that are in the top 5 going against each other for the Metro Championship.
Yeah, it makes it more competitive. It's definitely going to be an exciting game, like I said. And not only is the first half, it's going to be very, very close. All the points are going to count, including, of course, as always, those free throws, which Hobbs is doing really well with.
For the season, the leading scorer for Hobbs, Brent Hargrove, averaging 11.2 a game. Brett Clay at 9.8, Jayla David 9.6. And Kendall Cunningham actually is second on the team at 11. Has skipped over her, Nakaya Mojica, averaging 7. We're ready for the action here as the Lady Eagles have Jayla David getting ready to jump up. And she will get the tip, and it goes to Sandia. As she got up over the top that time of her opponent, Sando. Sandia basketball to start this first quarter of action. On the left wing is Benali. Going to slow it down, give it up top, and then swing it back to the left side to Benali again as she got it back from Giddings. A lot of sophomores again, as we mentioned. Giddings gets it back top of the arc, turns and fires the pass over to right side to right, dumps it to the free throw line, pivot on the right elbow by Benali, and we got a body foul, shoving her to the ground that time. The Lady Eagles getting the foul as they charge that one to Mojica. That's her first team foul on the Lady Eagles. Hobbs extending a 2-3 zone now as the inbound comes to the timeline to Benali. Dribbles to the left wing on the pivot. Sends it to the free throw line to Giddings. Kicks it to the left wing. Thinking about a trade. Was right. Decided against it. Drives baseline and stops. Coming behind her left corner. Benali for three and nails it. Lady Eagles dropped off that time, and she gets her first point to the ball game. 3-0 your score. To Mojica on the far side. She'll dribble to the timeline and come across. Unloads to the right wing to Hargrove. Drives the right baseline. A jumper from the right block and fires it through the hole. Brent Hargrove with her first bucket. 3-2 Sandia by 1. The inbound comes up the near sideline in the hands of Wright. Sends it back to her guard Giddings across the timeline to the left wing to Benali. Drives baseline. Shot with two hands off the front of the rim. No good left side. And coming down with it is David for the Lady Eagles. And looks out for the transition pass, which she gets it to Mojica. First rebound for David. Mojica in the front court. Driving left off the crossover move. Pass over to Hargrove. Left side. Back to Mojica in the left corner. To David on the left elbow with the pivot. Fires over to Clay on the right wing. Spin move. Jump stop. Over to right wing. Now Cunningham for three. In and out. No good. Pulled down underneath the hoop for the Matadors in transition. Driving across the timeline is Chloe Brown after her first rebound. And sends it across the line to Benali. Dribbles left. Wants to clear out. Taking on Mojica on the left wing. Sends it to the free throw line to Brown. Pivot. Backdoor cut for Giddings. A layup on the right side and scores off the glass. That's Giddings, the sophomore's first bucket, and it's now 5-2, Sandia. Pass to the timeline for the Lady Eagles. Quickly across is Hargrove on the left wing with a spin move. To bring it up top to set up the offense for the Lady Eagles. Unloads to Mojica on the right wing. To David on the right elbow with the pivot. Still fire Pache's rejected. Right back to her by Wright. Gets it back. And sends it to the left wing to Clay. Clay will slow it down just a bit. Back deep to Mojica to set up the offense. On a 1-3-1 zone for Sandia. Kind of moving a little bit there in the paint, though. A pass to the left wing to Clay. Clay slides top of the arc. Goes back door. Wide open for the layup with a double clutch. And putting it through as it rolls around the rim is Hargrove. She's got both buckets for the Lady Eagles with 4 points. 5-4 Sandia. Ball's off the foot of the Matadors. Diving on it. Mojica picks it up with the timeline. That'll be the first turnover for Sandia. Back door on the layup. And scoring it is David. 6-5. The Lady Eagles taking advantage of a turnover. They lead by 1 for the first time. Timeout Sandia. 5:11 remaining first quarter. Hobbs 6, Sandia 5. We're back in 30 seconds with more Metro Tournament Championship from Albuquerque on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Here in Albuquerque, APS Metro Tournament Championship for Hobbs Lady Eagles, the only team out of the South or for the state of New Mexico outside of Albuquerque and Santa Fe and Gallup. They're here, and they're representing up 6-5. Matador timeout. They're back. Driving right side the baseline, losing the ball, picked up on the left wing. It's Wright, throws up a three off the back of the rim, tipped around, and brought down in the right corner by Benali. Her first rebound, turns around and fires a tray from the right corner. Her second tray of the ball game for 6 points. And Sandia back up 8-6. 4:40 left first quarter. Ball to the half line. Clay gets it across. Over to Cunningham in the left corner. Kicks it up top to Hargrove. Swing it to the right side of Mojica. She'll hold it for a second here. Defense comes out right. And she'll slide back to the timeline off the dribble. Unloads the ball to Clay on the left wing with a screen from Mojica. Bounce pass up top to Hargrove. Takes her time to the right wing. Sends it over to Clay. Clay up top, dribbling to her legs, to the right elbow. Up top to Hargrove. Fires a shot. The runner down the lane, off the glass. Counted. Beautiful body control in the air. That's the 6th point for Hargrove out of the 8 the Lady Eagles have. We're tied at 8. 4:03 left here in the first quarter. Pressure 2-1-2 is the full court trap as the ball comes in the backcourt to Benali. Comes across the timeline, is backing into Mojica. Stop and go dribble. Crosses it over. Down the lane. Tries to dump it and does so in the left wing. 3 on the way for the Matadors. An air ball coming off the hands of Brown. Rebound on the left baseline by Clay. Outlet to the far sideline. Hargrove with the crossover move. Gets a double team. Swings it to the left wing. Clay found about a 3. Instead passes right. Mojica for Trey. And that's a net. Beautiful shot for Nakaya Mojica. First tray of the game for the Lady Eagles. They lead 11-8. 3-point lead with 3:20 left first quarter. Sandia quickly across the timeline. A bounce pass down the lane. Scoop shot on the right block. Missing the layup is Sando. Cunningham comes down with it on the left elbow of the free throw line for her first board. Hands it off to Hargrove. Brings it across the timeline. Unloads to the left wing to Clay. Touch pass to Cunningham behind her in the left corner. Up top to David. She pivots. Wants to clear out. Dribbles left with her hand down the side of the lane. Throws up a shot. Double clutch. We got a foul underneath. Somebody got her elbow that time. She'll get 2 free throws out of it. Looks like the big post player might have been the one that got her. That will be the first on the Matadors. And they call the foul against Chloe Brown. For the tournament so far in this one, David shooting 7 of 9 for 77% as she makes her first free throw. David now with 3 points. Lady Eagles 1 for 1 for the charity stripe. Hobbs came into this game 73% in the prior 3 here at the tournament. Second one is in and out, no good. And it's pulled out in transition off the rebound, dribbling hard into the front court, all the way down the lane, coast to coast. Throws up a layup, makes it, but they're going to call the hold foul from behind. That was Audrey Wright. Lady Eagles take a little bit of time to react to her. She went from the baseline to the other one. Foul on Hargrove. First personal, second team foul against the Lady Eagles. Inbound to the right wing. Comes into right, goes back door. Going up with 2 hands strong on the right glass and scoring is Giddings. She's got 4 now. It's 12-10, Hobbs by 2. Pass over to Hargrove on the far side, returns back deep to Mojica. Double team, gets it across to Clay on the right wing. Up top to Mojica, swings left to a wide open Hargrove, spots up a tray, and swishes it through. Hargrove with her first tray of the game. She's got 9 points, 2 trays for the Lady Eagles, who lead by 5, 15-10 over Sandia. A bad pass on the right sideline to the left in the backcourt, out of bounds. And Sandia now with 3 turnovers. Lady Eagles taking care of business, Ron.
Yes, they are, and I said this was going to be a close game so far. 4 lead changes for them, but Hobbs taking control so far in this first quarter.
15-10 your score. Mojica comes down the lane, tries to throw it back door to Cunningham, but it's taken away in the paint by Sando for the Lady Eagles' first turnover. Gets it off to Wright. Wright with a shot from the right block of a hook and scores it. That'll be Wright's first bucket. And she's starting to come on here in the first quarter. 15-12, Hobbs by 3. Mojica with the crossover move, sends it across to Clay on the right wing to wide open Cunningham, 18-footer on the right side, off the baseline, in and out, no good. And ripped down on the rebound on the left block by Wright, her second board. Bounce pass across the timeline to Giddings on the left wing, left open for a 3, and it's good. David got out there late, but way too late as it went through the hole. As count the tray for Giddings. She's got 7 points, the third tray of the game for the Matadors. We're tied at 15. Weaving through traffic, Hargrove down the lane, goes back door to Cunningham, misses the shot, goes back up with 2 hands, can't get it to drop, and we got the ball getting knocked out of bounds. And it should be Hobbs basketball. Second rebound for Cunningham. That's a good touch, but kind of dropped it short as she released it. Clock is stopped with 1:24 remaining here in the first. We're tied at 15. Substitution for the Lady Eagles is Zepeda. She throws it in left wing to Hargrove. Another 3 on the way. This one clinks off the front of the rim. Pulled down on the free throw line by Chloe Brown for the Matadors. Sends it across the timeline to Wright on the right wing up front. And then hands it off up top to reset to the mid-court line to Benali. She's guarded by Zepeda. Taking her time on the dribble. 5-second count is on to the right wing. Uses up her dribble. Throws it off to the right side to Giddings. Giddings will spot up a 3 on the fadeaway. Hits hard off the rim and rolls out on the left baseline. Boy, she's really challenging David to come out there and play some D on her.
Oh, yeah, she definitely is. And, the challenge is going to be if she can win that one.
55 seconds left, opening quarter. We're tied at 15. The inbound comes into Clay in the left corner. Back deep to Zepeda. A 1-2-2 trap going on full court. Bounce past the middle of the court to Clay. Throws it across the timeline to Hargrove. To David in the right block. Over to Cunningham left block, but throws it to her feet. It's taken away. The Lady Eagles have their second turnover. Pass across the timeline is picked off for the Lady Eagles by Clay. 4 turnovers for Sandia. Clay will slow it up in the right wing as the jump stop comes. to David on the right elbow. Turns and fires at Jay. Rainbow jumper off the back of the rim. David gets knocked to the floor as she releases, bodied up by Hope Giddings on the right side of the free throw line. It was after the shot, so a block foul. And they'll call the foul on Giddings, her first, and the second team foul. Hobbs will get the possession on the left baseline.
This will end 2 minutes of scoreless for Hobbs Eagles, the Hobbs Lady Eagles.
26 seconds left in the quarter. The inbound to Cunningham right wing. On her hands is Cepeda right wing. Up top to Hargrove. Slings it down the lane to David. As she was trying to reach out for it in the left block. It looked like it might have been touched by Sandia. Getting a piece of it was right, so it will be Hobbs ball again. Coach Carpenter going to go back to his bench and bring in some more subs. It's going to be Atiana Armitage seeing her first action. And also coming back is Mojica. She'll inbound from the right base. Gets into Armitage, back to Mojica in the left corner. So dribble up top to set up the offense. To Cunningham in the left elbow, the free throw line pivot. Against double team pressure, they're going to say she moved her pivot foot and got the travel call. Hobbs fans wanting a foul on that one. That will be the Lady Eagles' third turnover. There's been 4 for Sandia here in the first quarter. 11.2 left in the first, tied up at 15. This is going to go down the wire, you can tell already. Inbound to right on the far right side, 8 seconds. Stop and go dribble. She takes on Armitage in the front court. Continues down the right baseline. Pivots. Kicks it back right wing to Benali's three. That's the buzzer. Hits off the back of the rim. No good. We are tied at 15 here at the Albuquerque High School in Albuquerque. The Metro Tournament Championship. Hobbs and Sandia tied at 15. We'll take a 60-second break and come back with more Hobbs Lady Eagle Hoops on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast, 97 cents a pound. Family pack boneless sirloin cut pork chops, $1.77 a pound. Farm-raised tilapia fillets, $3.99 a pound. Golden pineapple, $1.99 each. Super select cucumbers, 3 for $1. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents each.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Welcome back to Albuquerque, the Metro Tournament Championship, tied at 15. Hobbs Lady Eagles and Sandia. Hobbs ball to start the second quarter. 9 points for Hargrove, 3 apiece for Mojica and David. And for Sandia, 7 for Giddings, 6 for Benali, 2 for Wright. Lady Eagle basketball, Cunningham gets it right elbow of the free throw. Pushes it out to Mojica right side. Threads the needle. Reverse layup. Coming down the right side of the lane for Hargrove. Misses on the scoop, but it's fouled going up. Ball came over the rim, but she'll get 2 free throws. And that's going to be called against Benali, her first. Third team foul against the Matadors. Already 2 fouls on the Lady Eagles. Hargrove on the line has not shot a free throw in this game, but it's 2 for 2 for the tournament for 100% and makes another one there. Double digits now for Hargrove with 10. Hobbs has converted on 2 3-pointers, 1 for Hargrove, 1 for Mojica, and 3 for Sandia. Second shot is up and good for Hargrove. She's got 11 to lead both teams. 17-15. Your Lady Eagles by 2 with 7:42 left here in the Metro Tournament Championship, second quarter. The inbound comes far sideline backcourt to Giddings. She wants to go one-on-one against Clay off the dribble. Slows it up as she comes across. Stops her dribble, pivoting, almost lost the ball. Handed off to Wright near the timeline. Correction, that's Benali. Benali's going to come around the right circle, continues down the lane. Double clutch, high off of the glass, no good. Cunningham tries to save it, gets it right in the hands of Armitage. Down the lane, Clay wide open, reverse layup right side and scores. Clay with her first bucket of the ball game. And your Lady Eagles have a 4-point lead, 19-15. Their biggest of the ball game. Down the other end, Wright throws a crazy shot up with 2 hands. Comes off the rim, no good. Rebound on the left baseline, missing the 10-footer, no good. But tipped back up and in by Sando for her first bucket of the ball game. She's got 2 rebounds as well. 19-17. Hobbs still by 2. In the front court, left wing Mojica with a crossover move. She'll stay outside the perimeter. Top of the circle now. Off the dribble. Unloads to Hargrove on the right wing. Back to Mojica right corner. To the free throw line to Hargrove. Spot shot for the left elbow. Nothing but net. Hargrove is on fire. 13 points. 9 in the first quarter, and Hobbs up 21-17. 6:28 left, second quarter. The ball comes in on the far sideline to Benali. She'll slow it down against Armitage in the backcourt. Still coming up to the timeline. It comes across. Crossover move. To the left wing. Falls to the floor. Lost the ball. And a late whistle from the far sideline. Called in front of the Hobbs Eagle bench on the left sideline. Little bit of play acting there. And, boy, I've never seen an official call across court like that when there's a rep on the same side of the ball. So see who they call that against. That's going to be charged to Armitage, her first, third team foul. Inbound at top of the arc to Benali. Comes against Armitage's left. Unloads to Giddings. Giddings guarded closely by Clay. Touch pass to left corner. 3 on the way for Wright. Swish. Wright nails the tray. She's got 4 3-pointers for Sandia. Still down by 1 of the Lady Eagles, 21-20. Armitage breaks pressure. Down the lane at the other end. Lost the ball off her knee, though, on the turnover. That's number 4 for the Lady Eagles. Picked up at the timeline by Benali. Spins to the left block. Goes up a rainbow jumper. Air ball. But rebounded on the left baseline by Brown, her third. Kicks out right wing. Right will hold it for a second. Dump it down low to Benali. Right block with 2 hands going up strong. And goes up over the right rim for 2. Benali has 8 points. 22-21. Sandia up by 1 now. Harger with the basketball. Throws a high one over the timeline to Armitage on the left wing. Down the baseline off the dribble. Scoop shot over the rim. Air ball. We got a rebounding foul underneath. And it looked like trying to get position that time was Clay on the right block. And she got bammed into that time by Giddings. The scoreboard says, there it is. Giddings getting her second. That's the 14th foul on the Matadors. Hobbs basketball left baseline. Armitage underneath their hoop. Down by 1. Comes into Clay on the right wing. Up top to Hargrove. Comes right with it. She's going to put up a 3. This one off the front of the rim. Hard. Rebound on the right block for the Matadors by Wright, her third rebound. She'll slow it down on the dribble. That should be picked up by Cepeda. About a 3-inch differential here. Cepeda just trying to stay with her. Coming across the timeline is Wright. Cross over to her left hand. Stutter step to the left elbow. Down the lane. Sends it to the left corner to Benali. Drives baseline. Pivots on the spin. And will back it out to the near side. She'll spot up a 3. Off the back of the rim, though. Rebound on the right block. Pulled down by Sando. Dishes out right wing. 3 on the way for Wright off the back of the rim. And there's Armitage getting into the big trees that time for the rebound on the right block. Her second rebound. Up ahead to Hargrove. Left baseline off the dribble. Spin move. Back to Armitage. Wide open left wing for 3. Aliana Armitage with her first tray of the ball game. She's got 3 points of the third tray for the Lady Eagles, who lead now 24-22. That seesaw affair continues at Albuquerque High for the Metro Championship. Hobbs by 2. Dribbling slowest for the Matadors is Benali. Crossover move against Armitage, top of the circle, and backs it out. Clock down to 4:10 left in the half. Back to the timeline goes Benali. He wants to see some help on the left wing. He wants to clear out. Crossover move to the near sideline. Hobbs fans want to see a 5-second count, not going to get it. Dribbles through her legs to the timeline again, but Ollie to the left wing against Armitage. Stop and go dribble. Baseline. Throws it cross court to the right wing to Odd Wright. Right over to the right corner to Benali. Fires up a fadeaway 3, and there she goes again. Her third tray of the ball game through the net. She's got 11 points, the 5th tray for Sandia. 25-24. The Matadors lead by 1. Ball in the hands of Zapata for the Lady Eagles. Against the double team. Throws it across the timeline to Armitage. Down to Cunningham in the left corner. Holds it. Returns to Armitage's left wing. Back deep to Zapata. Over to Clay in the right free throw line. Drives to the lane. Fade shot going out of the baseline and is fouled. Got bodied up. Ball came off the rim, but she'll get 2 free throws. They'll call the foul on Sando, her first, and the 15th foul. Boy, talk about a close game, Ron.
Yeah, 7 lead changes so far for both sides. I knew it'd be close, and they definitely are living up to that.
Clay has yet to shoot a free throw, has 2 points, 5 of 7 for the tournament for 71%, and nails the free throw there. Clay now with 3 points. Lady Eagles have shot 5 times and converted 4 for 80%. Coach Carpenter's going to go to his bench and bring in Kaylin Munoz and also returning Mojica. 1 more shot for Clay on the line. He made them both. He's got 4 points. 26-25. Lady Eagles pull up by 1 over Sandia. 3:20 left in the half. Pass to the near sideline to Benali. She'll be guarded by Mojica. Slowing it down. Stop and go. Cross over to her left hand. Now back to the right of the zigzag. Brings it into the front court. Spin move. And we got a 5-second. Oh, they call a carry. I thought they had a 5-second burst. A carry. As he kind of flapjacked it over the top there. So Benali gets the turnover, and that'll be the 5th on the Matadors. Hobbs basketball with 3:07 remaining. Coach Ketting not a big fan of that call by the official. Let him know about it. Mojica inbound near sideline in the backcourt. Gets it into Clay. Clay going up against another number 14. That's Wright. Gets into the front side, going through her legs. Comes right and unloads to Mojica. Gets some tough pressure on the near sideline by Meadowcraft, who checked in. Down low to Clay. Accidentally bounces it off her own foot as she tried to back into the goal that time from the right block and gets the kick out of bounds on the turnover. 5 turnovers for the Lady Eagles, 5 for the Matadors, and a close score, too. 26-25 Hobbs. 2:45 left, second quarter. Slow down dribble for Wright as she takes on Clay in the front court. Finds Benali on the right wing, who's dumped in 3 3-pointers and 11 points. Drives baseline right, sends it back up top to Brown. Brown coming down the lane, hippity-hop, goes up an errant shot. A late whistle by the official from the far sideline. Thought they would let him get away with it that time, but they called the foul on the Lady Eagles. I believe they're going to call that on Hargrove. That's her second 14th foul against the Matadors. So 2 shots for the Matadors. They trail by 1. Can take the lead with 2 free throws here. Foul count, 5 for Sandia, 4 for the Lady Eagles. So Coach Carpenter not arguing too much on that one. It's a pretty close foul count here. First free throw is a hard break off the back of the rim for Benali. She'll get 1 more. In fact, that was the first free throw attempt of the game for Sandia. They're 0 for 1, Ron.
Yeah, they are, and that's going to count big for the Hobbs Eagles.
I think they're more accountable at the three-point line than they are at the free throw line so far.
You're right about that, although, you never know, they could improve it. I've seen 0-2, they could get better as the game goes on.
Second free throw, hard off the back of the rim again. And rebound for the Lady Eagles by Jayla David. They called the foul over the back that time. That was second rebound for David. Or correct, yeah, that was David. Now they have the inbound was knocked out by Sandia from the baseline. They called the foul on Sanderson. That's her first 16th foul on Sandia. Hobbs basketball on the baseline right side. Mojica gets it in. Big jump for David. Outlet to the far side. Now in the dribble. One-hand bounce pass coming across for Munoz. To the right corner to Clay for 3. Off the back of the rim, no good. And underneath the hoop for the rebound for Sandia is Sanderson, her first. Outlet to the timeline. Stop and go dribble. Fumbling off her knees, Benali, but she recovers and backs out. She's not liking that D by Mojica. Coming down the left side of the lane. Dumps it back door and going up with 2 hands off the right block is Meadowcroft for her first bucket. 27-26 Sandia. Back and forth affair here at Albuquerque High School for the Metro Championship. Coming across the timeline, Mojica. Jump stop at the free throw line. Down low to Cunningham. Left block. Spins left. Goes up a hook. Comes off the back of the rim. No good. David there for the rebound with 2 hands off the right glass and scores. David now with 5 points and 3 rebounds. 28-27 Lady Eagles trying to catch my breath here at Albuquerque. Stop and go dribble now for Benali. Throwing it down as she comes across the timeline against Mojica now on the left wing. Crossover move to her left hand. Down the lane. Runner shot off the back of the rim. No good. Rebound for Clay. In transition, her second. 2 on 3. Down the lane with a runner shot off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound, her third. Back up with the reverse layup on the left side. No good. Tips off her hand. David gets it. Tries to go up. Gets swatted on the ball. Picked up on the near sideline by Benali. Sends it ahead for a breaking layup and then pushed into the shot for Wright. She's got 7 points off the lefty layup. 29-28. Sandia by 1. 1 minute remaining here in the second. Clay in the front court. Gives it up top to Munoz. Bounce pass to Mojica right wing. Top of the arc as she backs out with the dribble. Finds Clay on the left side of the arc. Back over to left corner, Mojica. Rainbow 3. In and out, no good. Rebound underneath the hoop by Munoz on the left block. Kicks it up top. Wide open Clay. 3-pointer hard off the back of the rim. High in the air. Cunningham goes back up with it. A 2-hand shot put over the front of the rim and scores. Cunningham with their first bucket and third rebound. Lady Eagles by 1. 30-29, a classic championship game in Albuquerque. Top of the arc is Benali. This could be the state championship game as well. He backs out to the timeline. Comes right with it. Fakes the handoff. Down the lane. Right side. Swatted shot by Cunningham. They call the foul. And Coach Carpenter's got 2 arms on the back of his head saying, what the heck? Looked like a perfect swat on the basketball by Cunningham. They call the foul instead. That will be the first on her. 15th foul. Boy, nip and tuck all the way. Both teams putting everything they've got into this game. That's why it's a championship.
Yeah, there's 12 lead changes in this one. Nobody's giving up right now, and both sides are playing good offense and defense.
Benali on the line. She's 0 for 1. And she'll get the free throw attempt here. Actually 0 for 2. Makes her first shot there. Now 1 for 3 on the line. She got 12 points as she leads the Matadors. 13 for Hargrove, in charge of the Lady Eagles offense right now. 30-30 your score. 17 seconds left in the second quarter. Here on the neutral court, at least for paper at least, here in Albuquerque. Second shot up and good as Benali puts it through. Of course, playing at Albuquerque High School. 13 for Benali. She gets a breather with 17.1 left and down by one of the Lady Eagles. Ball in the hands of Clay. She has no pressure. She comes across the timeline with 11 seconds. Down by one, top of the circle. Goes it off to the right wing to Vasquez. Back into the side to Clay. Shot on the way. No good off the back of the rim. Gets her own rebound. Sends it to the left wing. The clock's going to run out. No, the shot right before the buzzer at the free throw line from Munoz. It drops off the back of the rim. No good. We have got ourselves a barn burner here at Albuquerque High School. The Metro Tournament Championship. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles trail by one to Sandia, 31-30. We'll take a 3-minute break and come back live with the Hobbs Lady Eagles halftime show on HobbsAmerica.com, YouTube, and on the radio, Cool 95.7.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC. NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast, 97 cents a pound. Family pack boneless sirloin cut pork chops, $1.77 a pound. Farm-raised tilapia fillets, $3.99 a pound. Golden pineapple, $1.99 each. Super select cucumbers, 3 for $1. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents each.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Albuquerque High School, the Duke City, your Hobbs Lady Eagles trail by one in the Metro Tournament Championship to Sandia, 31-30 your score. Ty Friend, Ron Gunner with you, and Tiffany Stuber back at the station. We don't have video for you today. APS School District is not allowing any streaming this year. They got some litigation, some negotiations going on as well in terms of their partnerships with companies and things of that nature. It's all big business, not a good situation for the viewers, but that's the way it goes. So they are not allowing any streaming this season for any teams in the district and outside to come in like Hobbs. So sorry about that, but we just got told that today from the the athletic director here in Albuquerque. Looking at the numbers in the first half of action, already a double-digit score for Sandia. That's Sydney Benali. She's got 13 points, has hit 3 trays so far in the game, and is 2 for 4 from the charity stripe with 2 rebounds. So definitely a girl that can shoot from the outside. We mentioned that in the pregame show as well. She had 23 points and 10 rebounds, a double-double against Volcano Vista to start the tournament against the number 3 team in the state, Volcano Vista. So definitely a big game there. And last night she had 16 against Gallup, so she definitely can stroke it when she needs to. So 13 for Benali, 7 for Hope Giddings, another sophomore, but she had all of her points in the first quarter, did not score in the second. She did get a tray, though. Audrey Wright had a tray as well. She had 7 points, 5 of those in the second quarter. Other than that, it was Malia Meadowcroft with a bucket for 2 points, and Martina Sando hit 1 for 2 as well with 3 rebounds. So far, 5 scores for Sandia. And they've also hit 5 3-pointers in the game compared to 3 for the Lady Eagles. Both teams, though, with 5 turnovers, so they're even in that category. All the free throws that come at the hands of Sydney Benali. Again, there's been 2 free throwers. Benali is 2 of 4 and Brown 0 of 2. So they are 2 of 6 on the line right now. Not really helping out their cause too much at 33%. Rebounds, a total of 12, 2 less than the Lady Eagles. Chloe Brown and Audrey Wright and also Martina Sando all have 3 rebounds apiece. Vera Hobbs Lady Eagles, the top scorer is Brent Hargrove with 13, the same total that Benali has for Sandia. She has hit 1 tray, had 9 points in the first quarter alone, and went 2 for 2 in the second quarter with free throws. Again, 13 to lead the Lady Eagles. After that for Hobbs, it's Jayla David with 5 points, 4 rebounds, and is 1 of 2 from the charity stripe. Other scores for Hobbs, Brett Clay is 4 points. He's 2 for 2 on the line and has 4 rebounds. Nakaya Mojica hit a tray for 3 points. Aliana Armitage hit a tray for 3 points as well. Of course, the Lady Eagles had 3 trays in the first half. And Kendall Cunningham, kind of a quiet first half with just 2 points, but she does have 3 rebounds. Hobbs has had 6 scores in the book so far. They are 5 of 6 from the charity stripe. Once again, Brent Hargrove 2 for 2, Clay 2 for 2, and Jayla David 1 for 2. Hobbs out rebounding Sandia 14 to 12, and Clay and David both with 4 apiece to lead the Lady Eagles. Again, 5 turnovers for Hobbs and 5 for the Sandia Matadors. Hobbs coming in with a 12-2 record, Sandia at 11-1. Hobbs number 1 in the Max Preps Bowl, Sandia at number 4. In order to get the win out of this big game for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, Coach Carpenter and his crew, what do you expect him to be concentrating on telling his team right now at halftime?
You know, I have a feeling he's going to be talking about the mistakes that cost them the championship in the holiday tournament. Plus, he's also going to see some nuances on there that he hasn't seen before, especially with the team that's, especially with this team that is going on such a great streak, 10-1. You know, you can't overlook them, especially. Now, you know, we know that they've had an easy run on this tournament so far, the Hobbs Lady Eagles have. But, you know, so far they've had 4 lead changes in this first quarter. Second quarter saw a whopping 9 lead changes as it just went back and forth, back and forth. Unfortunately, it ended up with Sandia, the Lady Matadors, having the lead at the end of the half, actually. And so, you know, it's just 1 point. So definitely something that the Hobbs Lady Eagles can overcome. They were having some streaks. In fact, the first streak for Sandia at the end of the quarter, that's the reason why they got 15-15 was because they had a 5-0 run against these Hobbs Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles came back strong, though, got the lead again, but then again, once that happened, it was just a back-and-forth yo-yo event. And, you know, that's exactly what we may be seeing in the third quarter as well. However, one of these teams is probably going to fatigue a little bit because of the strong defense and offense they've been using, so that would be a main factor as well. We're coming back in 1 minute. We're going to have a small break before the third quarter starts. You're listening to Cool 95.7 along with YouTube and also, of course, HobbsAmerica.com. Stick around.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Welcome back live to the home of the Bulldogs in Albuquerque High, where we're seeing a great game between the Sandor Lady Matadors and the Hobbs Lady Eagles. And before we get into it, I want to thank our sponsors, because without them, we would not be doing this right now. And if we did, we wouldn't be on the air for certain. Driftway, Outlaw Grill, RMS Foods, NMR Pipeline, Lasco, Hobbs Express, Lee County State Bank, and Eunice Pump and Supply. As we're about to get into this, first we're going to see another offensive-defensive struggle as these two are playing well so far. You know what? We're going to get back into it just a second here as the action is going to go on the way. Of course, with the call will be your friend, my friend. It'll be Ty Friend.
Both teams back out on the court, ready for some action here. Winner will be the APS Metro champion. Of course, those trophies I'm looking at down on the court, they almost look like the same size, but they are humongous. Nice to have that back at the Tasker Arena trophy case. Only team actually invited to this tournament outside of Gallup that we're not in Albuquerque or Santa Fe. It'll be Sandia basketball to start the second half. The three-shot on the way, no good off the left side of the rim as Cunningham comes down with it for the Lady Eagles. Her fourth rebound, a shot from right. And now it's Hargrove who gets the pass across the timeline. Drives left lane, a runner shot, rolls around the rim, no good. Underneath the hoop for the rebound for the Matadors is Sando. That's her fourth rebound. Of course, the Lady Eagles are up at the half, 14-12 in the rebounding category. Coming across the timeline is Wright. She'll send it off to the far sideline. Crossover move for Benally. Comes down the lane, gets stripped from behind. Throws it back doors. It came off her hand. A shot taken by Sando. And then we got a foul underneath on the second rebound. That'll be a two-shot situation. So Giddings comes up with the board that time. She'll get two free throws. They called the foul on the Lady Eagles. They had 5 fouls in the first half, 6 for Sandia. So 2 here. First shot is up, and it is up hard off the back of the rim and goes over the top of the backboard as well for Giddings. A little bit of a smile for her teammates there. Was not trying to do that, but it looked like pretty ugly over the top of the backboard. They call that on David, by the way. That was her first. One more shot for Giddings. She's got 7 points. Benally leads with 13 for Lady Eagles. Hargrove with 13. Second shot hard off the front of the rim this time, and there's Cunningham for her second in a row rebound. She's got 5 for the game. Outlet up the near sideline to Mojica to Clay in the left corner. Gives it back to Mojica on the left wing. Back door to David on the right side of the lane. She tries to thread it over to the left side, and Clay was trying to get there, but picked off by Wright. The Lady Eagles 6 turnover. She tries to throw it ahead, out of bounds with a baseline at the other end. Touched by Clay last in the passing lane, right in the middle of the green paint here at Albuquerque High School. And it goes out of bounds. It'll be Sandia basketball. Ball comes into the top of the arc to Wright. Slings it down to the left corner. Fadeaway 3 off by Benally, the back of the rim. Rebound by the Lady Eagles, Mojica. And she'll dribble up court in transition. Unloads the pass to Hargrove on the right wing with the jab step. Gets a screen from Cunningham. Shot from the top of the arc off the dribble. In and out, no good. David battling 4 players for Sandia trying to get the ball, and she got ripped by one of them. They called the foul on Benally, her second. Boy, the one-woman wrecking crew in there. David's not scared of 4 players on top of her back.
Oh, yeah, she is not going to back down from anybody or anybody's.
On the right baseline, Mojica back door to Cunningham. Wide open underneath the hoop with 2 hands off the glass. Counted on the throw-in that time. Cunningham with 4 points. Wish we could count that as an assist. 6:30 remaining in the third. Your Lady Eagles up by 1, 32-31 over Sandia. Benally drilling behind her back. Down the lane. Through 3 defenders. Misses the reverse layup on the right side. Clay with their 5th rebound. She's in transition. Spins down the lane. Thrust the ball at the hole as she came down the paint. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Brown. She'll throw it ahead to a breaking right. Misses the layup on the right side. I think getting a piece of it was Brett Clay and sends it to the pad in the back of the basket that time.
Yeah, she got all of it. That wasn't even a foul. She hit it out of her hand as she was trying to shoot the ball.
Baseline left, inbounding will be Benally. She got hurt pretty bad after that play, and inbounds to the right wing. Jumping around is Brown. Backs it out against Hargrove. Sends it back to the timeline to Benally. 32-31, Lady Eagles with 6 minutes left, third quarter. The APS Metro Tournament Championship in Albuquerque. Crossover move, spin in the lane, double clutch over the front of the rim, no good. Guess who's there? Cunningham rips down another rebound. 3 for her now in this quarter. She's got 6 overall. Goes it across the timeline. Top of the arc. Going to the rack with it is Hargrove. Reverse right, no good. Long rebound for Sandia. In transition is getting her third. She'll take a spin. It comes across the timeline against Hargrove. Crossover left and unloads to Benali on the left wing. Slowing it down just a bit against Clay. Spins against her at the free throw line. Jump stop. Bounce pass to the left corner. Taking a few dribbles and flipping it out to the left wing to Getting. Getting to the timeline as Hargrove steps out on her. Finds Brown on the left wing, down to the left corner to Benali. Tries baseline, spin move, underneath the hoop. Actually, that was right. Tries to hand it off to Sando, and it's knocked away by Cunningham on the steal. That'll be a turnover for Sandia. There's 6. Up ahead to Hargrove, the left side of the lane. Goes up strong, gets hit in the head as he tries to lay it up. Ball goes up straight in the air. That'll be a foul on the Matadors. And that will be their second team foul. As they get the charge foul there to Sando, that'll be her second. So Hargrove will step up. She is 2 for 2 on the line in the second quarters when she had her free throws. Hobbs 5 of 6 as a team. Only missed 1 so far. Hargrove with 13 points, trying to get her first in the third quarter, but misses off the front of the rim. Coach Ketting will sit in a sub for the Matadors. Checking in is Amari Sanderson. Hargrove will get 1 more free throw. 32-31, Hobbs by 1, trying to extend the lead with Hargrove's second shot. It's a switch. She's got 14 and is also 3 of 4 from the line. 33-31, Hobbs by 2. Their biggest lead in the first half was 4. Sandia was up by 2. But right now a 2.8 Hobbs Lady Eagle lead. In the front court is Benali. Stop and go dribble, top of the circle, fires up a WNBA 3, in and out, no good. Pulled down by Hargrove on the right baseline, her first rebound. Sends it across to Mojica on the left wing. Jab step, and she'll slide to the right. Down to David on the left block. Fadeaway jumper off the side of the iron. Cunningham rips down the rebound. Turnaround Jay at the left block, and it spins around and good. Cunningham with 7 rebounds and 6 points. That girl is battling underneath. 4 boards here in the third quarter for Cunningham. 35-31. Hobbs matching their biggest lead of 4. 4:15 left, third quarter. Into the front court comes Benali on the right wing. Bounce pass to the right block to right. Leans and shoots, rejected high in the air by guess who again? Cunningham. She takes the ball down, is run over the top of by Wright, and the foul. So Cunningham picks up another rebound, her 8th, and Wright will pick up her first personal for Sandia, and the third team foul. Boy, Cunningham is putting her body on the line in this one. It doesn't have to be about points.
It certainly doesn't. And speaking of points, Sandia has been scoreless so far in this quarter.
35-31, Lady Eagles. Right now with a 5-0 run. Top of the arc, Mojica. Over to Cunningham. Left side, baseline, a 10-footer right through the hole. Now she's put some points in. She's got 6 of those here in the third quarter. 37-31. Hobbs with their biggest lead of 6. Spinning on the right side of the block. Over to right corner with a pass to Ryder. 3's off the mark. Ball tipped up in the air. Missed by Benali, and rebound for the Lady Eagles. Pulled down by Hargrove. Got a little bit out of control. Got herself slowed down a little bit at the timeline. Across to Mojica on the right wing for 3 and switches it. Mojica with their second tray of the ball game for 6 points. The biggest lead of the game for the Lady Eagles, 40-31. Timeout Sandia, 3:25 remaining, third quarter. We're coming back in 60 seconds.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express.
We know that
Hobbs
you want to
Express,
make the most out of your time.
397-9290.
At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Here in Albuquerque, the Metro Tournament Championship for Hobbs Lady Eagles had their biggest lead of the game, 9 points after a big tray completed for Mojica for 6 total points now, 40-31, 3:12 left third quarter. Sandia basketball, right wing. Benali, fight away three from the right corner. It's no good off the rim. Ball loose up top and pulled down by Ryder. Fourth rebound. Dribbles to the right block and stops. Cunningham on her. Bounce pass right wing to Benali. She gets pushed from behind and she tries to take it down the middle of the lane. I think they got Hargrove on the shove in the back. That'll be her third personal. Second team foul. But boy, the outside shooting starting to light up this Sandia defense.
Yeah, they're not hitting inside, outside. I mean, this Hobbs Lady Eagles defense is definitely stifling them.
Armitage will check back in for Hargrove here. She played some good minutes in the first half. Hobbs by 9. Inbound to Benali near the timeline, guarded by Clay. Slowing it down just a bit. Unloads the ball to the right wing to Brown. Taking on Armitage. Throws it up top. A new sub just came in. Sanderson pins it left wing to Benali. Benali going to be taken on by Clay on defense. Keeps it outside the perimeter, now towards the timeline. Backs it out against Clay. Not much opening up for the Sandia offense. Spin move. Coach Carpenter calling for a 5-second call. Nothing. Unloaded to the right wing to right. Stop and go dribble. Baseline. Jump stop in the right block. Double team against her. David and Mojica. Mojica ties her up, and we got a jump ball. The arrow's going to go for the Lady Eagles, so that'll count as a turnover. Nice help defense that time, David and Mojica. Mojica got hit in the mouth. Looks like she's bleeding bad right now. That'll be the 7th turnover for Sandia. And I believe there's going to be an actual timeout called here. He's got a bloody mouth, but I think Coach Carpenter might have just extended that to a team timeout. 2:22 remaining here in the third. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles, their biggest lead of 9, 40-31 over Sandia. Come back with us in 60 seconds at the APS Metro Tournament in Albuquerque, live on Cool 95.7, HobbsAmerica.com, and YouTube.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast, 97 cents a pound. Family pack boneless sirloin cut pork chops, $1.77 a pound. Farm-raised tilapia fillets, $3.99 a pound. Golden pineapple, $1.99 each. Super select cucumbers, 3 for $1. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents each.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
Back live here in the Duke City, the APS Metro Tournament. Ty Bryn, Ron Gunner, Tiffany Stuber with you this afternoon as your Hobbs Lady Eagles leading 40-31 over Sandia for the championship game. They had a timeout, and they're trying to break it, but then they found some more blood on the court. Of course, just a few minutes ago, Nakaya Mojica got hit in the mouth after a double team. It was a jump ball, Hobbs basketball, but she came running off the mouth and dripping with blood. And after the timeout, one of the referees found so. I believe they have to stop the action now and get some bleach product out there. You can't just wipe it up with a dry towel.
Yes, they're definitely taking everything seriously, especially after COVID. That they're going to have to stop the action for a moment, get the blood cleaned up, and make sure that it is clean. But when that player for Sandia, the Lady Matadors, she was trying to get through that double team, couldn't, and then finally just started to fling her arms around to get rid of the two players. And unfortunately, when she did that, socked her right in the mouth, and she was bleeding profusely.
Back to live action, 40-31. Hobbs up by 9 with 2:14 remaining here in the third. It'll be Armitage who checks in for Mojica. Crossover move, one-hand bounce pass to the right wing. We got a kick ball call on the far right sideline off the foot of Wright. Big discrepancy in terms of free throws so far. Hobbs 6 of 8 and Sandia 2 of 8. Sandia's a great outside shooting team from three-point especially, but having some issues on the line at 25%. Inbound to the top of the arc is Zepeda. Over to Clay on the right wing, up by 9. Jab step, uses one dribble and stops, dumps it in the paint to Cunningham against the double team. Hook shot off the right glass, it scores. Boy, this is a big game for Cunningham here in the third quarter. She's got 8 of her 10 points and 8 rebounds, getting close to that double-double. And she was the top scorer against Gallup last night with 13 points. Into the front court, crossover move. Top of the arc, pass to right for 3, in and out, no good. Ball hits David in the head, pulled down by Armitage. That's her third rebound. Armitage in the front court, 2-on-2, hippity-hop down the lane, gets stripped. The ball knocks off her knee, out of bounds on the baseline. And that will go back to Bandia. So Hobbs basketball. Actually, that was a game last night against West Mesa. The Lady Eagles won. Of course, Gallup was playing against this Bandia squad for the semifinals. 42-31. Hobbs has their biggest lead of 11 here in the third quarter. In the front court, Benali gets a double screen, drives the left side of the lane, double clutch, rejected by David, or make that Clay from behind. She'll dribble into the front court. They both have that big bush of hair on the top of their head there. Kind of hard to tell who is due, 14 and number 23 for the Lady Eagles. Pass to right to Zepeda. She tries to get it back to Clay at the top of the arc. Fails out of bounds on the errant throw, almost right in the hands of Coach Carpenter on the sideline here on their side. And it'll be a turnover for the Lady Eagles. They're 7. Coming across the timeline is Benali for Sandia. Finds right on the right wing. And we got a foul call, hold from behind. Zapata got a piece of her. He was driving baseline that time. Zapata picks up her first. Third team foul against the Lady Eagles. Clock is stopped with 1:01 left here in the third. Hobbs up by 11, 42-31. Substitution for the Lady Eagles going to be Munoz as she checks in for Cepeda. Rido inbound, top of the circle for the Matadors Giddings. She'll back it out off the defense of Cunningham and step right in her face. Now throws up a 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. David in the middle of the paint for the rebound. Has her 5th rebound, but bad pass to the timeline, stolen by Brown. She tries a bounce pass to the baseline, and it goes out again. Both teams trading turnovers. Lots of deflections going on. Exactly what we saw in that game last night for the Lady Eagles playing D. Armitage tries to get the inbound in the left corner. She leaches for it, gets run over. They're going to call the foul on Benali. That's her third. And the 14th foul against the Matadors. They got Benali for just 2. On the inbound, another foul. Kayla David gets knocked to the floor. Call that against Audrey Wright, her second. It looks like Sandia's kind of losing their composure here. They aren't used to being down by 11 points. That's also the 15th foul. Inbound to David, or make it Clay on the far sideline. Brings it across a 3-on-2 to Cunningham on the right block. Hook shot. She's fouled. They're going to call the charge. They're going to say Cunningham ran over a defender that time. Didn't look like much push on that one. She just kind of put her shoulder down a little bit, but they call the foul on her. Cunningham will pick up her second, 14th foul, and they'll also went out as a turnover number 9 for the Lady Eagles. Into the front court comes Benali. Top of the arc against Clay. 25 seconds left in the third. Hobbs by 11. To the right wing. Continues to the baseline. Dumps it back up top. Driving left side of the lane is getting stripped away by Armitage. That's the night turnover. She'll take it to the rack. Uncontested, missing the righty layup. David gets the rebound. Clean up on the right side of the glass and puts it through. And we got a time called. Somebody got hit in the nose for Bandia. So David gets the rebound, her 6th. Also puts in her 7th point. And Hobbs has their biggest lead of 13 here in the third quarter, 44-31. And the injured Matador had to be rushed off the court. She got hit in the face just like the Lady Eagles player did earlier. That was Mojica.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. She was crying a little bit. It was probably very, very painful, and so hopefully she'll be back and not too injured.
Referee stopped the clock at 8.7. It should be Sandia basketball on the baseline of the backcourt as the referees wait for somebody to come back to get it. They roll it in to keep the clock from not running. Benali picks it up near the half-court line with 7. Taking on Clay, left wing with 4 from 3, 2, baseline. Double clutch before the buzzer. They call the foul from behind. She was behind the backboard and tried to reach back up and under. They call the foul on the Lady Eagles. That's Clay's first. Clay did a good job of holding with her for most of this game so far. And that'll be a chance for 2 free throws for Benali. Benali is 2 for 4 from the line, but the team 2 of 8 for 25%. First shot is up, and it is bouncing off the back of the rim, no good. So Benali can't get it. She's only got 13 still, has yet to score in the third quarter. So some struggling woes on the line for this Sandia team. They were 10 of 12 last night against Gallup in a 74-49 win.
They're in a 9.5-minute drought, the Lady Matadors are.
Second shot is bounced around the rim, but good for Benali. She's got 14. 44-32, 6.6 seconds. A half-court shot, the buzzer by Clay falls short. But the Hobbs Lady Eagles, a double-digit lead. Will not take one home, the Duke City Trophy if they could. Lead by 12, 44-32 over Sandia. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Hobbs Lady Eagles Network.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico, proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
The Hobbs Lady Eagles outscored Sandia 14-1 in the third quarter. Now lead by 12, 44-32. And its biggest lead is 13 in that third quarter. Now it's 12. Last quarter action here, and the championship trophy will be given hopefully to a team from the southeast of New Mexico. Has to make the long road trips up here to the Duke City. I know this would be nice to be a duplicate of the state tournament if possible. It'll be Sandia's basketball. Hobbs with 14 for Hargrove, 10 for Cunningham. She had 8 of her 10 in the third quarter. Leading scorer for Sandia, Benali with 14, but only got 1 point in the third quarter, the only point for the Matadors. Benali gets the pass on the right wing, going against Clay down the lane, double clutch over the back of the rim, no good. Ball tipped out, looks like off the hands of one of the Matadors in the paint. That was Benali. She got between 3 of the Lady Eagles that were protecting the basket that time for the defensive rebound. It'll be Hobbs basketball. Inbound comes into Clay on the far right side, back to Armitage in the backcourt. Crossover move as she takes on Benali into the front court. Comes down the middle of the lane, dish to the left corner. Cunningham fakes the tray, puts it back to the left wing. To Munoz. Cross court right to David. Back to Cunningham, who lost the ball for a second. Tracked it down at the timeline. Back over to the right side of Munoz. Jab step, bounce pass to Armitage in the right corner. To Clay on the right wing, tips it back to Armitage. Stop and go. Throws up a shot on the run, coming down the right baseline. Gets swatted from behind. And then the block comes on top of her back as well for the foul. So get that one on Giddings, her third. Ball did not come into the rim, came out. And that'll be the 16th foul against Sandia. So Armitage on the line. She's yet to shoot a free throw, does have a tray for 3 points. And for the tournament, she is 6 of 7 for 85%. Makes the free throw there. Armitage now with 4 points. Lady Eagles are 7 of 9 for the charity stripe and makes her second as well. She's got 5 points. And returning for Lady Eagles, Hargrove, as she checks in for Munoz. Ladies up 46-32. Their biggest lead over Sandia is 14. Remember, the Matadors are the number 4 team in the state. Hobbs at number 1 for a reason. Into the front court comes Benali, taking on Clay. Unloads over to right on the left wing. Or actually Giddings. Drives the left base. Bangs into Cunningham, who was not set. Gets the balk call there. She'll get the foul. Ball came off the back of the iron. That'll be the third on Cunningham. 16th foul against the Lady Eagles. We'll make it 7. On the line will be Giddings. She is 0 for 2 from the charity stripe. As a team, the Matadors having some major problems. They are 2 of 10 for 20%. We mentioned their game last night. 10 of 12 from the line. So there are definitely some better shooting there. 4 for 4 against Volcano Vista in the first game of this tournament. 6 bounces on the line there for the free throw shooter Giddings, and she makes it. She's got 8 points. They're now 3 of 11 in the free throw department. Mojica returns for Hargrove. And Mojica got hit in the mouth earlier in this game, was bleeding pretty badly, and looks like she's ready to go. Second shot coming from Giddings with 8 points. That was her first point here in the second half. Here in the fourth quarter now. Second shot to Swish. She's got 9. 46-34. Hobbs by 12, 6:57 left, fourth quarter. Inbound comes to Armitage. Ball knocked out of her hand, stolen by Wright. That's the turnover. Thought about a three, decided against it, passed instead of the right wing to Getting. Back deep to Benali at the timeline. Play gives her a little bit of cushion on defense. And we got a whistle on the far sideline. I think Sandia was shoving somebody. Yes, they call block foul on Sandia. That's Getting her fourth personal, and that's the 17th foul. Substitution for the Matadors checking in. It's Meadowcroft. I think that was kind of a desperation foul that time, just getting out about the Lady Eagles being mosquitoes out there. Checking in for Hobbs is Cepeda. And she'll come in for Armitage. Mojico bouncing into Cepeda in the backcourt. She'll bring it across against Wright. Crossover move to the near sideline left. Gets a screen from David. Uses that up to the left corner. Back to David on the screen and go, and we got a foul. Ball got into the hands of Benali off the turnover, then David bodied into her for the foul. So for David, that will be her second personal, 18th foul, which will mean a bonus at the other end for Sandia. That will also be the Hobbs Lady Eagles' 11th turnover. That'll send Benali to the line. He is 3 of 6 from the charity stripe for 50%. Back into the sub area here now is Malia Meadowcroft. And shooting the 101 will be Benali. She's got 14, only 1 point here in the second half. We're into the fourth quarter with 6:30 remaining. Benali with 23 and a double-double against Volcano Vista with the 10 rebounds. She hit 16 against Gallup last night.
You know, it's been 12 minutes since the Lady Matadors have had a field goal.
Yeah, Benali did get 1 point in the third quarter. Misses the free throw and taken down in the left corner by the little guard Cepeda. She's trying to pivot away from the pressure. That's the second rebound for Cepeda, and Coach Carpenter calls timeout. He did not want her to get trapped in the corner that time. 30-second timeout. We'll take a break as well. It's Hobbs 46, Sandia 34. We're coming back in 30 seconds on the Hobbs Lady Eagles Network.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
They have the ball with 6:26 remaining, deep in their backcourt, left baseline. Cepeda will inbound. They lead by 12, 46-34 for Sandia. Comes into Clay in the right corner. To Cunningham at the free throw line. Back to Cepeda. She'll bring the pass across the timeline to Mojica left wing. Down low to David in the paint. Back door with the bouncer to Clay, but it's taken away once again by Wright. Has been taken off quite a few. That's the 12th Lady Eagle turnover. Wright will bring it across the timeline. Stop and go. Down the left side of the lane. Pivot. Fadeaway Jay for the left block. No good off the back of the rim. Rebound by Benali in the right block. Pivots in the paint. Kick up top to Sanderson for 3. And good. Amari Sanderson hits the tray. That's the 6th tray of the game for Sandia. It's 46-37. A 9-point lead. Steal by Benali. 13th Lady Eagle turnover. She spins in the lane and throws over the front of the rim for 2. The Hobbs Lady Eagles call the timeout. This game is down to 7 now. Sandia is 39. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles 46. We'll take a 60-second break and come back live at Albuquerque.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC.
Albuquerque, the Metro Championship. Lady Eagles ball after a timeout. They try to feed Clay in the lane. She gets banged into by Sandia. It's 46-39. Hobbs by 7. They were up by as many as 12 here just a few minutes ago. And Clay will get a chance for 2 free throws as they get the foul call on Sanderson, her second. It's the 18th foul. Should be a double or two. No, it's going to be a one-on-one bonus, and Clay gets the first one to go right through. Clay 3 for 3 on the line. She's got 5 points. Extends the lead to 47-39 by 8. Couple of turnovers for Hobbs. They have 14 now. Caused a couple of buckets for Sandia. Second shot for Clay is rolling around and good. She gets them both and has 6 points, 4 for 4 on the line. Hobbs by 9. 5:34 remaining. 48-39 over Sandia. Benali was a stop and go. Crossover. She takes Mexico into the front court on the right wing. Dribbles behind her back to the wing again. Cross court left and connects over to left wing to Gritting. Getting up top to right. Lost the ball. Stripped by Armitage. Turnover number 10. Up ahead to Mojica. Tries to lay it up on the right side of the glass. Gets hammered hard from behind into foul. Ball sails behind the backboard, but she'll get 2 free throws. That's a total of 10 turnovers for Sandia now in double digits. And that will be the 19th foul against the Matadors. One away from the double bonus. And they'll get the foul on right or third. And Mojica was touching her mouth again to make sure it wasn't bleeding. She'll get 2 free throws. Mojica yet to shoot in this game. She's 0 for 1 for the tournament. Only 1 free throw attempt through 3 games up to this one. First shot is off the back in front of the rim. No good. She'll get 1 more. She does have 6 points on 2 trays so far. Hobbs would like to have a double-digit lead with this second free throw, though, Ron.
Exactly, they would, and, that would be just a nice little cushion. Mojica, though, took her time on that shot. Unfortunately, she didn't hear the steps behind her, and that's the reason for the foul.
48-39, misses the second free throw as well. Rebound for Clay on the fade on the right block. Misses, goes back up, tips it over the front of the rim and scores. Clay gets a couple of rebounds, has 3 total, and now 8 points. Beautiful play there. Continue to body up with Sandia. 50-39, 11-point Eagle lead. In the front court, crossover Benali, down the lane, reverse layup on the right side, gets a toilet bowl flush and count it. Benali with 18, 50-41. The Lady Eagles throw a bad pass out to the far sideline at midcourt. It goes out of bounds off of Armitage, and they get a turnover. That's their 15. Inbound to the backcourt to Benali for Sandia. They trail by 9 to Hobbs. 2-3 zone for the Lady Eagles extended. Benali will come right outside the perimeter, crossover, top of the circle, throws up a 3 WNBA, off the front of the rim, no good. David rips it down to the right block. David with her 7th rebound, hands it off to Clay with 4:30 remaining. Hobbs by 9. Across the timeline to Armitage on the right wing. Double team, bounce pass, Clay right corner, down to David, right block, turns and fires and scores. Point blank on the right side of the rim and puts it through the hole. David with 9 points. Lady Eagles by 11, 52-41. Benali beats the pressure, weaves through traffic, down the lane, reverse layup left and scores off the glass. She's got 26 here in the fourth quarter. 52-43 Lady Eagles. Armitage breaks the pressure. 3-on-2, hippity-hop move down the lane, reverse layup right, no good. A battle for the rebound. And David going up strong with 2 hands on the right side is fouled from behind. Ball comes off the back of the rim. But David now with 8 rebounds, 9 points. She's 2 rebounds and 1 point away from a double-double. 1 free throw coming right now. Part of 2 that she's got to get. She's starting to battle just like Cunningham has done throughout this game.
Exactly. They're all going out, and they're leaving nothing off the floor because they know this is a championship, and it's all or nothing.
David will shoot the first free throw switch. She is 2 of 3 from the line. Now, she's got her 10 points, part of the double-double. If she can get 2 more rebounds, she will seal the deal. 52-43, a 9-point lead. But we know this team can shoot threes for Sandia. In fact, they had 8 against Gallup last night, but gave up 8 3-pointers as well. David's second free throw right through the net. He gets them both, has 11 points. Hobbs up by 11, 54-43. Here comes Benali in the front court for the Matadors. Crossover to the left part of the wing. Back door, throws the pass and laying it up with 2 hands is Sando. She's got 4. Last work that time. 54-45. Clay beats the pressure off a pass to half court. Spins. Jumps it to the right wing to Mojica. 15-footer off the back of the rim, no good. Rebound at the free throw line, pulled down by Benali, her 5th. And we got a travel. Benali lost the ball, got it back, and then stumbled a little bit and picked up the violation. That's 11 turnovers for the Matadors. Coach Ketting wants a timeout for Sandia. 3:28 remaining here in the fourth. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles about to knock off number 4 Sandia for the Metro Tournament Championship in the Duke City. We're coming back with it in 30 seconds.
NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Your Hobbs Lady Eagles leading the championship of the APS Metro Tournament, 54-45 over Sandia. 3:28 remaining in the fourth, and we've got exclusive coverage coming to you on HobbsAmerica.com. Also on the, what am I saying here? Let me get these right. YouTube, HobbsAmerica.com, and on the radio, Cool 95.7. Exclusive coverage, and now your sponsors of this big game today.
A big thank you to the following: Twistway, Outlaw Grill, RMS Foods, NMR Pipeline, Lasco, Hobbs Express, Lee County State Bank, and Eunice Pump and Supply.
54-45, Hobbs up by 9 with 3:28 left in the game. The championship here at the Metro Tournament. Inbound to backcourt to Hargrove, who just checked in during the break. Comes across the timeline, over to right wing with the jab step in place, over to Cunningham on the right elbow, the free throw line, pivot, bounce pass underneath to Hargrove, back door to David, goes up strong with 2 hands, and there's another bucket off the glass for David. David with 6 points in the fourth and 13 overall. She's got a double-double, 56-45. In the front court comes Benali. Hobbs by 11. Over to the right wing. To right, she's back it into Armitage. Goes to the baseline off the dribble, underneath the hoop. Links it back to the free throw line, taken away by David. Turnover number 12. David goes to the rack to the other end and scores off the layup on the right side. David with 8 points in the fourth, 15 overall to add on to her double-double. Or no, she doesn't have a double-double. She needs 2 more rebounds. Sorry about that. Down to the other end. Benali double clutch left glass in the lane. No good. Put back up and rejected to Sando. They call Cunningham late on a foul. Or did they say her feet touched the baseline? Yeah, she was trying to rebound, and her feet went out. So it will be Sandia basketball on the left baseline. We got a ball rolling out of the court. They had to stop action there. Sandia will get the ball back on the baseline now. Looked like one of the next game players had to roll out on there, and they needed to get it out. 58-45, Hobbs by 13. Down to the right corner, into Meadowcroft. Hands up to Benali, drives the lane right side with a hippity-hop move. A scoop shot comes low, but they call the foul at the trip. They call that foul against Clay. That's her second, and that will be the 18th foul against the, or should be the 19th foul against the Lady Eagles. That puts Benali on the line. She had 6 points there in the fourth quarter for 20 overall, and is now 3 of 7 from the charity stripe. Trying to whittle away at the 13-point lead for the Lady Eagles. First stop for Benali is a switch. Substitution for the Lady Eagles. Mojica checks in for Armitage. Clock at 2:30 remaining here in the fourth. I'm sending a message to the Zia State that they mean business in the state. Number 1 for a reason for the Max Preps poll. Second shot is good for Benali. She's got 22, 8 of those in this fourth quarter. 58-47, Hobbs by 11. Mojica throws a high one into David at the free throw line in the backcourt. Returns to Mojica. She'll take the dribble herself against Benali. Dribbles behind her back. Beats her through the timeline. Sends it down to David in the left corner with a big jab step. Back to Mojica left wing. Jumps into Cunningham on the free throw line left. Down the lane. Kick to Clay. Wide open right corner for 3. In and out. No good. David with the cleanup on the right glass. And puts it in for 2 off the glass as well. 17 for David. 10 in the fourth quarter. 60-47 Lady Eagles. Benali with the shot from the left elbow and puts it through the net as well. Benali with 24. 60-49. Lady Eagles by 11. Clay's pass rejected in the backcourt, taken up and laid in on the left side by Wright. She's got 9 points. Lady Eagles have their 16th turnover. Inbound to Hargrove. Beats 3 defenders across the timeline with 140. Down the lane. Over to Cunningham in the right corner. She pivots and gives it back to Hargrove. Holds the ball. She thought about it, Trey, but no, she's got a big lead. Is going to hold it. Tries to dribble up to the timeline, and this looks like Sandia touched it. It goes out of bounds. Benali dove for it, and her body rolls out on the far right sideline. It will be Hobbs basketball. Looked like Hargrove got bottled up a little bit, too. It's kind of coming up limping after that one. Mojica sends it down to Cunningham in the right corner with 1:30. Back to Mojica on the right wing. Back deep to Hargrove at the timeline to run clock with 1:23 remaining. Hobbs by 9. Spin move down the lane. Carries the ball. And we got a foul, though, luckily for the Lady Eagles. That's why she carried it, because she got ripped from behind. The ball went high, and she tried to come over the top of it. So Sandias picked up their 10th foul. It's double bonus the rest of the game, and that will be 2 shots for Hargrove. That was called on Wright, her 4th personal. First free throw is a switch for Hargrove. She's got 15 points, 2 rebounds, and is now 4 of 5 from the charity stripe for 80%. She is 1 of 3 double-digit scores for the Lady Eagles. Another switch for Hargrove. She's got 16 points. 62-51. Hobbs up by 11 with 1:15 remaining. Down the lane goes Benali left side. Wraparound pass underneath to Sandos. Sets it out left wing to right for 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Benali tries to save it, but right to Clay on the right sideline. Hargrove gets it in the backcourt. She'll come across the time stripe. Gets shoved hard by Benali. A vicious push and the foul call. That'll be the 3rd on Benali. Still a double bonus situation for the Lady Eagles, and Hargrove want to put the icing on the cake, although they already lead by 11. 57.9 remaining, and that Metro Tournament Championship trophy will be the Lady Eagles to take home to Hobbs. First shot going now for Hargrove. Bounces around the rim and rolls in for 1. She's made her last 3 free throws, has 17 points. 9 in the first half, 13 in the first half. And 4 in the second half. Makes her second free throw now with 18 total. 64-51, a 13-point lead. Benali will bring it across the timeline. Dribbling behind her back. 3-point shot from WNBA distance left side. No good. Gets her own rebound. Coming down the lane. Lays it up with 2 hands on the right glass. She's got 26. 64-53. Hobbs by 11 and a foul. Double team. Deep right corner of the backcourt. A couple of Sandia players on top of Hargrove. They'll get the foul call against Benali. That's her 4th personal. Back to a double bonus goes Hargrove and starting to earn a living on that free throw stripe. She's got 18 points. She's gone 5 of 6 from the line since half. Was 2 of 2 in the first half. And could get to 20 with 2 here and makes her first. 19 points, 2 rebounds, a tray, and continue working on free throws here. 8 of 9 from the charity stripe is Hargrove, and now her 20th point of the ball game. She's got 20 points, and it's 66-53. Hobbs again by 13. 30 seconds left in the game. Coming down the lane, left side is Benali. Back door, wide open for a 2-hand push shot for Sando. She's got 6 points off the glass there. 11-point Lady Eagles lead. Hargrove going through the traffic. A no-look pass to David on the right baseline. Throws a shot. No, it's a pass. Hit the side of the backboard. Rebound. Going the other direction is Wright. Throws up a shot from the left block and puts it through. She's got 11. 10 seconds remaining. Hobbs by 9. The inbound to the left corner to Hargrove. Running the clock with 5, 4. Back to Mojica. Over to half court to Clay with the spin move with 2, 1. That's going to run out the clock. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles are the Metro Tournament champions. 66-57 over the Sandia Matadors. Hobbs to go to 13-2 and drops the Matadors to 10-2. Big trophy will be given up to the Lady Eagles here momentarily. We'll take a quick 3-minute break and come back live with exclusive coverage of Hobbs Lady Eagles tournament champs here in Albuquerque on the Hobbs Lady Eagles Network.
Everyday specials are going on this week at Thriftway and La Tienda in Hobbs.
Boneless, skinless chicken breast, 97 cents a pound. Family pack boneless sirloin cut pork chops, $1.77 a pound. Farm-raised tilapia fillets, $3.99 a pound. Golden pineapple, $1.99 each. Super select cucumbers, 3 for $1. Jalapeno peppers, 99 cents each.
For all your grocery specials, come to La Tienda, 400 East Marlin, and Thriftway in the Broadmoor Shopping Center.
RMS Foods Incorporated of Hobbs supports local athletics. Wishing the Hobbs Eagles the best of luck. That hard work and dedication is definitely paid off. It's time to shine, Eagles. RMS Foods, providing high-quality products for the food industry. RMS Foods Incorporated, Hobbs, New Mexico. Proud to be a part of Lee County. Go Eagles! Your friends at RMS Foods are behind you all the way.
Eunice Pump and Supply has been around for over 30 years and is excited to continue their services to the community. They take pride in their employees and their hard work and dedication, and most importantly, take pride in the youth of Lee County. Eunice Pump and Supply is a proud supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics. Eunice Pump and Supply, 1310 Avenue O in Eunice, another proud supporter of Lee County athletics.
Lasco Construction is a proud partner in education in Lee County. Lasco Construction is your hometown construction company. Lasco Construction encourages you and business owners to support Tatum, Jow, Lovington, Eunice, and Hobbs businesses. Buy as much as you can locally, which is why Lasco Construction always supports the youth of Lee County. Lasco Construction supports you. Call 393-9161 for all your construction needs. Support your community.
Just call us if it's a ride you like. We'll take you there and bring you back.
Hobbs Express provides bus service throughout Hobbs. The bus system operates Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 5 p.m., Saturdays, 7 to 4. Hobbs Express has an immediate opening for a CDL bus driver, offering great pay and benefits. Apply online at hobbsnm.org or call 397-9230 for more information. When you need transportation anywhere around Hobbs, think of Hobbs Express. Hobbs Express, 397-9290.
We know that you want to make the most out of your time. At Lee County State Bank, we believe banking should be quick and easy. That's why we're proud to provide video banking to our customers. Save time and a trip to the bank and meet with a video banker instead. Getting started is easy. Download the LCSB Connect app, create a profile, bank from anywhere. Not a customer yet? No problem. You can use a video banking app to open an account too. Download the app today and start banking from anywhere.
Visit onlinelcsb.com. Lee County State Bank, member FDIC. NMR Pipeline is a highly qualified, dedicated company, leading in performance with management and employees who've provided over 45 years of service in pipeline maintenance and construction within the oil and gas industry. NMR Pipeline, 300 South Main in Eunice, or call 394-0144 for more information. Again, 394-0144. NMR Pipeline is proud to be a supporter of all Lee County athletics and academics.
Welcome back to Albuquerque High School. The Metro Tournament Championship just completed. Your Hobbs Lady Eagles, the champs here up in the Duke City, 66-57. As Hobbs goes to 13-2 and drops Sandia to 10-2 on the season. Big game for the Lady Eagles as the number one team in the state knocks off number 4. The Hobbs definitely holding on to that number one ranking in the state of New Mexico. Unfortunately, took second at their home holiday tournament, but there were 16 teams at this one. They and Gallup are the only two teams that were not in the either Albuquerque or Santa Fe zone. So nice to bring home a trophy to the southeast part of the state. Boy, this thing is big. Looks like the Breeders' Cup or the Kentucky Derby type of trophy there. Be exciting to see that in the trophy case there at Tasker Arena. And Ron with the big win here. It went as many as 14 lead for the Hobbs Lady Eagles. I mean, they just had so much rebounding in this game. 30-24 to have six rebound differential there. Kayla David, Cunningham, a bunch of other people just getting in crashing, and a lot of good play. But still, both teams putting their bodies on the line. I just saw frustration by Sandia about midway through the third quarter when there was a bunch of scoring transition and some good outside shooting, but a lot of rebounding for Hobbs. I think that just kind of wore them down.
Yeah, I mean, I would be frustrated, too, if I was held almost scoreless in the third quarter. But the thing is this. Hobbs did something that they needed to do from yesterday. They had a lot of penalties. Coach Carpenter even said so, too. They won despite those penalties. And you know what? They cleaned that up. The only problem was that Sandia, the Lady Matadors, they were hitting some free throws during the tournament, but this time around, they were shooting cold. They just could not make a shot. Third quarter especially, they were trying to make any kind of shot they could. They were getting some good looks, not great looks, but good looks. And yet, no matter what they did, they could not get a shot to drop. And even in the fourth quarter, when they had a little bit of a surge, they were still struggling to get those. Because, the Hobbs Eagles, they have a great defense, and they definitely poured it on this game. And, even though it got close-ish at one point, Hobbs never stopped defending and never stopped having the lead. They had 13 lead changes in the first half. Second half, just one. That was Hobbs getting back in the lead, and they never looked back. So a great win for Hobbs. They kind of overcame the loss from their home home tournament with the Hobbs Holiday Tournament. I think that was one of their motivations as well, to get back in the winning side. And they definitely did it strong against a good Sandia Lady Matadors team. So hats off to both teams. They played great. They both actually got bloodied up at one point. And, so if you put your bodies on the line like that and you win or lose, you definitely earned the tribulations as far as you did your best. And, there's always got to be a winner or a loser.
Let's take a look at the numbers in this game. First for Sandia, they end up losing this one by 9, 66-57. Sydney Benali, 26 points and 6 rebounds. She did have 13 at the half and added 13 more in the second half. Had a bunch of three-pointers in the first half, in fact, 3 of them, but had none in the second half. She finished again with 26 points. She was 5 of 9 from the charity stripe, and also 6 rebounds to go along with that. Another double-digit score, Audrey Wright finishing with 11 points, including a tray and 5 rebounds. Hope Giddings, a sophomore, with 9 points. She was 2 of 4 from the line and had 1 tray. Other scoring for Sandia, Martina Sando with 3 buckets for 6 points and 5 rebounds. Malia Meadowcroft ended up with a bucket with 2 points. Amari Sanderson had a tray for 3 points. We should mention this Sandia team had most of their three-pointers in the first half. They had 5 there, but only 1 in the second half of action. Sandia was 7 of 15 for the charity stripe for 47%. They were out-rebounded 30-24. Their leader on the boards, though, was Benali with 6, 5 apiece for Wright and Sando. And again, they had 6 three-pointers compared to 4 for the Lady Eagles, and a total of 12 turnovers for the Matadors. On your Hobbs Lady Eagles side of the coin, they finished up with 3 in double digits. Bryn Hargrove with 20 points. Unbelievable free throw shooting, too, at 9 of 10 from the line. Had 2 rebounds. So definitely was a sharp shooter for the Lady Eagles, and ended up having 1 tray in the ball game. 17 for Jayla Davis. Big-time scoring in that fourth quarter. She had 10 points of her 17. Also had 8 rebounds, just 2 away from a double-double. So exciting game for her. Continued to crash the board left and right of the rim as that fourth quarter started to dwindle down. And the third of the double digits, Kendall Cunningham. She had 10 points of her 12 total, 8 of her 10 in the third quarter, and also 8 rebounds. So definitely getting real close to the double-double as well. Big game for Kendall Cunningham, and get very physical on the boards, the Lady Eagles. So those 3, Hargrove, David, and Cunningham, combining for 47 of the Hobbs Lady Eagles' 66 points. Nakaya Mojica had 8 points in this game, including 2 trays. She was 0 of 2 on the line and had 3 rebounds, got hit in the mouth, bloodied up, came back in the second half, and still continued to contribute for the Lady Eagles. Brett Clay finished with 6 points, 5 rebounds, and was perfect on the line at 4 for 4. Armitage, also big, coming off the bench of the Lady Eagles, driving through traffic from coast to coast. She had 5 points, 2 for 2 on the line, had a tray, and had 3 rebounds. That's it for the scoring for the Lady Eagles. They had 6 in the books this game. Hobbs out-rebounded Sandia 30-24. And in terms of rebounding, it was Cunningham and David, both with 8 boards, combining for 16. Clay had 5, 3 apiece for Armitage and Mojica, and Bryn Hargrove added 2. Hobbs with a stellar free throw shooting, 18 of 22%. They did have a few more turnovers than Sandia, 16 compared to 12. But again, scoreboard matters the most here in the championship game, 66-57. So big game for the Lady Eagles, and team number 4, Sandia.
Exactly. It was a great game, a big one, too. And you know what? I just love to see the fact that Hobbs did so well against a strong team. And even on a court that seemed like it was more, although towards the end it seemed like they were going for Hobbs, but it seemed like it was a mattering of Hobbs Eagles fans. So it's good to see that they did well, especially with not a lot of fan support. But you know what? Sometimes you got to block that out and just play to win, and that's exactly what the Hobbs Lady Eagles did. And I do believe that their next opponent actually is going to be Las Cruces, which should be next Tuesday. Of course, we'll be talking about that here before we leave. Las Cruces, that's what I said. The Las Cruces, yeah, the Lady Bulldogs, and that'll be a good game too. Is it at home or is it away? It is home, so you get to see the Lady Eagles perform while the Hobbs boys are still going to be on the road, so it's going to be a little while before we get to see them back at Hobbs in the Tasker Arena, of course. And, we're always looking forward to whether it be girls or boys action, since we know it's always going to be a good game and a fun time as well.
So, again, a couple of games coming up pretty quickly for the Lady Eagles next coming Tuesday. Las Cruces High, as Ron said, and will be an earlier starting time at Task Arena home game, 6 o'clock. So we'll have that game live for you on the radio. The Eagle 100.5, that'll be a 5:45 or so pregame show. Then they'll have about a week off until Tuesday the 17th, and they'll go on the road to Trinity Christian. That'll be an away game in Lubbock. So that'll be a tough one as well. That's a 6 o'clock start time there. So one game next week. But what a great way to finish up here in Albuquerque as they swept with 4 victories and win 66-57 over Sandia to improve to 13-2 on the season. And again, we'd like to thank our sponsors for Hobbs Lady Eagle Basketball, Thriftway Grocery, Outlaw Grill, RMS Foods, Inamar Pipeline. Also, we had Lasco on board today, Hobbs Express, Lee County State Bank, and Eunice Pump and Supply. I'd like to thank Tiffany Stuber back at the station for Ron Gunner, myself, Ty Brand, your Hobbs Lady Eagles Metro Tournament champions in Albuquerque. Have a great rest of a weekend out there.